Oh, look at us. We're live.
Oh, already. Look at that.
Where are people tuning in from tonight? Ian, where do you think you're coming in from? Ian Williams, what's up, dude?
Dude. Oh my gosh, there's so much happening. There's so much to talk about. I don't know if it's scary. I don't know if it's exciting. I don't know what. I don't know what it is. But there's a lot of movement every which way. How are you doing?
What? I'm good, man. I'm doing good. It's been busy.
Yeah.
Busy. I'm for everybody freaking out about the housing market. It has been a busy week. Just closed one yesterday. Got a
Congrats.
ton of stuff rolling. I just wrote 2 offers yesterday.
Nice.
It's been, I don't know, man. I'm not exactly whatever people were worried about. I'm not as worried. But I think what you were going to allude to was the fact that the 10-year treasury hit 8, or the mortgage rate hit 8% today.
I mean, that's one of many things. One of many
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
Where's everybody tuning in from tonight, by the way? Where are you
That's a good
coming in
question.
from? Yeah.
We've got Lakeland, Florida.
Lakeland's here.
Kevin in
Kevin.
here all the time.
Kevin's a man. What else
Yes.
going on, Ian? The housing market numbers dropped.
Yeah, that's exciting. It wasn't a whole lot though, right? At least the Austin Round Rock MSA. It was a small.
Well, no, I meant they dropped. They came out. Yeah.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. The Austin housing numbers dropped.
Also,
But
I don't know. I dropped a reel and not even an hour ago. LinkedIn just released a mass layoff across companies in Austin. So we'll get to that too. Oh, I know.
Okay.
I know. Which all that does, so for anybody who's paying attention to this, all that does is it energizes real estate, because people either need to make a move, or people need to figure out what they're doing if they're sitting on property, or if they wanted to make a move it's going to slow things down, speed things up in other ways. There's a lot that happens because of that.
Yeah, and right now the Austin unemployment rate is is it gonna go? Add the stage. There we go. Is up a little bit. If you look, it's up at 3.8%, and this is as of August. So the September numbers haven't come out. So we're trending up towards 4% in the Austin area here. Back in May, we were
Yeah.
talking about our April, we were down at 3%. So this is what the Fed's trying to do, is trying to increase the unemployment rate. They're trying to get people to lose their jobs to bat inflation, which is crazy. But
Isn't
that's
it?
what it is.
It is.
It is what it is, man.
I mean, this is what when you had that class with David Tandy, this is what he was saying. This is exactly it. And so finally, I mean, I'm not saying finally in a good way, but that's what's happening is you're seeing these employers getting squeezed to the point where they're starting to let people go on a mass scale. And I'm
Yep.
talking thousands of employees across different companies.
Different companies here in Austin or just nationally?
I mean, all these companies are national, but a lot of them have a huge presence in Austin. That's the only reason I
Yeah.
focused on it.
If you'll notice, see all these red bumps all over my head? I
Oh,
had an
dude, you all right,
allergic
man? Are you
reaction.
sunspot?
Dude, I had an allergic reaction to, I think, amoxicillin, and my whole body broke out in a
Really?
rash. I had strep throat 2 weeks ago. That's why I didn't do the live stream,
Yeah.
and I'm still
Yeah.
feeling the effects of it. This is crazy. It is all over. I've never had anything like this.
Huh.
Yeah,
Wow, man.
crazy. I can't shoot content this week. Like I have all these listing videos. By the way,
Listen.
if you haven't gone over and looked at my second channel yet, you need to go over and check out the ATX Premier Home Tours, the Jeremy Knight Premier Home Tours. Put out a really cool one by Dries today. This was a fun one. I've been creating some fun ones. So definitely go out and check that out because I'm throwing out videos out pretty much every day over there. So check that out. Anyway, just a crazy fun thing there.
A little
But the Austin
plug.
housing numbers, Ian, tell me about them.
Yeah, let's hit it. Let's hit it. So
So
we've got the numbers that dropped. Okay. I guess we should probably ask people what they think
yeah,
the numbers are. So median
yes,
sales price, Austin Round Rock MSA. What do you think it is right now? Numbers just dropped, what, 2 days ago or yesterday?
yeah, yesterday, yeah. So
Yep.
so we look at this two different ways. So we look at the Austin MSA, which is round. It's the whole MSA, which encompasses pretty much 5 counties, right,
Mhm.
including Caldwell County. So we gotta look at that. I'm curious if you think the inner Austin area dropped more than the exterior or the exterior dropped more than the interior. I'm curious, drop a comment below. We'll get to it in a second here. One thing I want to show you before we do that though, is
Mm.
while you're writing that comment, I want you to see this. And this is going to be what's really interesting is builder confidence score. And we'll talk about builder confidence
Ooh.
a bit later. The builder confidence score got up to 50% a couple months ago. It is down to 40, which means
Mm.
builders are scared to build right
Yeah.
now. They don't
Yeah.
know which way to go. And on top of that, I spoke with the VP of one of the big firms
Mm.
today, and I was asking them like, "Hey, obviously, I was asking them to let us list some of their properties." So that was one thing. Brett, this would be a good one for you, buddy. I talked to the pretty much the vice president of this company, but yeah, they weren't as concerned. This big company that I've done a lot of deals with, they were like, yeah, we only have 10 spots left in this one. We're rolling out 3 more down in New Braunfels. And side note, I got to tell you about New Braunfels later. Ask about New Braunfels. You know what, Ian? What we should do would be fun is to go over
Mm.
the suburbs later that saw the biggest price drops.
Oh yeah, I
Would
like
be
that a
fun?
lot.
Would that be fun? Okay, I can do
Yeah,
that.
I think
All right.
people need to see that.
Okay, so I can't read this one. She's Christy Lou. What up? Christy's saying exterior drop more. Brett saying interior drop more. Aaron saying the exterior drop more than the interior. And then finance guy says, any of your clients seeing appraisal gaps in this market? Finance guy, I want to know why you're asking that question, because I did see one. So curious why you're asking the question, and then I'll answer it. There are a lot of return to office in Austin. It would make sense for exterior drops more as a percentage. All right. So let's look at it then. Ian.
Okay.
Let's look at it.
What do you want to jump to first?
Let's go straight to the numbers.
Rates. Do you want to talk about jobs? You want to talk about numbers? Because the numbers, if we're doing the numbers, we got to go through all of them.
Well, like let's start with this. So Austin Round Rock dropped 4% year over year. Okay. So it's down to 452. It was at 460. So it dropped 8,000. Closed units. So we 18% drop in closed units. I'll show you that on a graph because I'm the only one that graphs this stuff. New listings are actually down. Active in listings are up. And this is where we've been looking at things. 10,200 units in our MSA. That's a lot. The finance guy, to answer his question from earlier, because new construction, it can happen in a down market, especially build from scratch. I haven't seen any with new construction yet. I did see one where the appraiser was just a really bad appraiser and really bad lender. That's why it's important to use a really good lender. So this is what's interesting about that. Good.
I was going to say, specifically to the new construction, some builders don't share any of their closed data. And so that the appraisers don't have much to go off of. So that's really, really interesting. So it depends on what builder, if it's an exclusive builder neighborhood versus one of the other neighborhoods. So I'm interested to see how that's going to change over the next couple of months for sure. The appraisals and possible gaps.
Yep. So here's the chart on that, by the way. So if you're following this chart, it's getting kind of crazy because I have too many years in here. But for the Round Rock MSA, we went from the peak this year at 483. We're down to 452. Now I've said that the Austin numbers, here's the Austin numbers. Here's 22 with this red line. I've been saying we could end the year positive. We're getting close to where it will end negative. I've said we could, it all depended on what happened here in the middle, but we're down to 536 from a peak last year, 667. We're still above the December close numbers through the end of the year, but 8% rates are definitely not helping that. Here's where I wanted to show on here. I like to chart this stuff. It's fun for me. So here's the MSA closed. Look at the last 3 Septembers. So what is blue? 21, we had almost 3,700 closings. September, 2,900. That's a big gap. 2,900 last year to 2387. It's a big drop. In fact, if you look, we're about to be well below again the end of the year, which last year it dropped big time towards the end of the year. And that's when rates started going up. Remember, rates started going up around June. Yeah. And then we saw this downward trend. Yep. Another thing, inventory.
Well, you have the rates and the prices, right? So that's of course going to have lower volume.
Yeah. Months of inventory now at 4 months inventory.
Yeah.
Compare that to the last 3 years or last 2 years where we saw prices jump up a lot. And we've been saying inventory is going to be the catalyst. Here we are, 4 months inventory, way over last September. We're almost a full month over last year. Isn't that crazy? That's why I like to chart these things so people can actually see it. Here's the MSA inventory, not much higher than last year. I mean, well, I guess 800 units more, but not that bad. And this is where prices dropped, remember?
Yeah.
Here. Where'd it go? Oh, man. Yeah, something like that. So prices dropped
Median
here.
Closed, that's good.
That's the Austin number. So, yeah, I mean, once we saw inventory hit this high, that's when we saw prices start to drop. Let's look at the Austin close numbers. Look at the Austin close numbers. So this is the city of Austin, which we'll go over that in a second. I mean, that's a lot. I mean, we're talking half from September 2021.
Yeah.
Look at that.
You should say that one more time.
half. 1, 2, 3, 4, half. And then 4.1 months inventory from 2.7 months inventory. There's a lot of inventory in the market. So if you're a seller right now, this is where you got to price right. I have a client right now that I've tried to explain this to, like, hey, we're priced still over where we were last year, and they don't want to listen. And I get it. It's hard to take in. I mean, if you're a seller in this market, what are you thinking? Are you thinking about waiting, or are you still selling?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's go. Sorry, let me go back to the let me go back to this real quick. I want to show you. Oh, come on. I got too many screens open. Sorry, guys and girls. And Ian. Okay, not that one. Here we go. MSA, sheet 5. Where we go? Here we go. So if we look, we're still above. This is that's MSA. Come on, man. Here we go. So the pink line is 23. This is 21. So we only dropped year over year. It was only 2% from last year over year. So for everybody that's saying, oh, we're seeing a huge drop, well, we're still right below where we needed to be for last year. In fact, here's the chart for that, showing, look, we're at 536, down 2%, but listings fell a little bit. Pending sales are down. That's where, but they're only down 2%. So I'm curious to see what happens going forward. I mean, what are your thoughts on all this, Ian?
I think right now our active listings went down. I think that they will. It's all going to go back to pricing, but I think we're going to have a little more inventory hit the market before it starts to get better, specifically because of the jobs.
They say that we're at a balanced market at 6 months inventory.
Yeah.
Do you see us getting to 6 months inventory?
It depends on how long it takes. Right now, our rates are increasing, and builders have lost confidence. The builders losing confidence might slow us from getting to the 6 months of inventory.
That might slow us. Yeah. So I looked at that. I pulled that up as well on the new build starts to see where we were. And new build starts were down 7%, but they were also up month over month. They were up. So month over month they were up, but year over year they were down. So, but not very much. It's like 7%. So it wasn't a huge drop. And so, and especially in Austin, if we stop building nationally, then sure. If we stop building in Austin, then yes, that will keep prices elevated because we'll see some inventory drop. But what do you think the percent is of inventory that's new construction on the market?
That's drop sitting a comment on the market?
Below. Yeah. Everybody drop a comment below. What is the percent of inventory on the market right now that's new construction? There's 12,000. Here, I'll show you.
Now, there's
12,309 homes. What percent? 40%, 50%, 100%? Go ahead, Ian.
The other thing that we have to consider is that all these new build starts, I mean, there's going to be a subset of them that are in Austin proper, but most or many are going to be on the outskirts, right? Outside of Austin, and even on the outside of the Austin Round Rock MSA. So you have some builders now, they're skipping past Liberty Hill. They're going straight out to like Burnet, right? They're going past Buda, New Braunfels, and like they're just going so far out that it's not feasible for somebody who wanted to live in Austin to buy a house or to work in Austin and buy one of these houses. So I don't think the inventory the new builds are as enticing when they're that far out.
Right. But the reason I think the builders have still done so well is that they can match and do these builder incentives, right? They're doing lower interest rates. They're doing buy downs. They're doing all sorts of things. They're still posting record sales, which is wild to me. Just because the dollars are so elevated.
It's so strange because now if you have a builder that's giving you all these incentives, paying all your closing costs, but still have, let's say, a sales price of $600,000, but they're giving you $50,000 towards everything. This goes back to what finance guy was saying as far as the appraisal, right? If they share their numbers, that's gonna cause a little bit of a concern. If they don't share their numbers, then the appraisers just have to do their job, work their magic.
Well, that's the thing is new construction is still more expensive than buying
Yes,
resale.
yes, of course it
So,
is.
so you're still paying a premium on that. Let's see. Did anybody answer the question? The thing is, you don't day trade homes in 7 years. So, all right. So let's answer the question. So, Ian, if we go buy homes that are built in 2022 and we consider those new construction, because some of those still can show up as new construction, what do
Okay,
you think the percent of homes that are new construction make up in our overall inventory right now?
I'm gonna shoot for a solid 35 to 40%. Let's go with 35%.
35%.
Yeah.
What do you think in the I mean, I'm not, come on, Aaron. What do you think is the percent of homes that are in the market right now? So, okay, so you're saying 35% for homes built 2022 and newer. What about 2023? Build is 2023 and newer. What do you think the percent is that? It's going to be smaller. So, what do you think? You said
Yeah.
35. What do you think? What do you think, Ian? For
You said
2023 and newer,
just 2023. Oh, I'm gonna go with 20%.
20%. You used to think 6%
No,
interest rate was
it's
too
gonna there's
high.
gonna be more resale. There's gonna be more resale right now. So let's drop it from 20 to 15%.
Okay. So new construction available 2022 and newer, 2022 and newer is 33%. You said 35. You were super
Yeah,
close.
yes.
For 2023 and newer,
Yes.
so 2023 is 28%.
Ooh, that's a
So
lot more than I thought it would be. I
so
thought
you're roughly
because
looking at 30% of our inventory is new construction right now.
Yeah, I thought for certain because we have so many sellers um, that have listed their homes lately. I guess I figured that there would be more of those than new construction, but builders are still sellers, so they're doing the same thing.
Yeah. Christy, you were pretty close. Aaron, pretty close. Pretty darn close. So it's interesting to think. I mean, and finance guy says I used to think 6% interest rate.
Yeah,
Can you imagine? Can you imagine, Ian? Let's play the go back in time game when we were telling people it's still a good time to buy, and everybody said realtors are lying scumbags. You're just trying
yeah,
to make money. Okay,
yeah.
let's go back to that time, and let's actually chart this. Okay, so when we were telling everybody at the beginning of the year, it was still a good time to buy this year. You were looking at 525 was the median. We're looking at 536 right now. Now, I told a lot of people to wait to the end of the year because we thought interest rates were going to drop.
Yes.
But so I was wrong there because interest rates did not drop. But let's do the math on this, Ian. Let's
I think
go
we
look
all
at.
I think we
Let's
all hoped
go.
the interest rates were going to drop because that's what all the economists were saying. That's what all of the housing leaders, CEOs of companies, all the business leaders, everybody was thinking this same thing. So
So interest rate back in January was 6.21%. So let's look at the. No, I need a mortgage calculator. Am I still on the screen? Oh, yeah, you can see it.
yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah.
come on now. Mortgagecalculator.org. There we go. Okay. So let's do this. 525 was our median. Okay. Let's say people are putting 5%. Let's call it 10% down. 10% down at, what do we say, 6.25%? 6.21%. Is that what we said?
Actually,
Yeah,
that's
we'll
a
call
good
it
question. How many
6.2.
people or how much do people think the average American is putting down on a home? You think it's 10%? I know.
Yeah,
I
that's a
mean,
good question.
obviously, if it's a home equity, if they're selling their home, then they have a lot more to put down. People are leveraging their equity, but the people that are, let's say, first time buyers, which there are a lot of right now, how much do you think they're putting down?
Yeah.
Finance guy,
So
you can't answer.
Yeah. So here it is. If you would have bought the beginning of the year at 525 is the median, you're looking at $4,000 a month. People were upset about that. We're at 536 right now, right? 536 is our
Mhm.
median, and 8%. We're at $4,022. That takes us up $600 a month, and you
Yeah.
spend more on the house.
Yep.
So this is where it's really important to get with a lender and understand a good rate buy down, because if you would have bought at the beginning of the year, you would have saved $600 a month. But and you probably would have got a buy down back then. So average person's doing 5%. Maybe we could rerun the numbers on that. But let's say the average person, like, dude, if you would have told me that I could buy a house, like the first house I bought in Circle C was 525. I think my mortgage on that thing, I mean, we put 20% down, but I think my mortgage on that thing was like 4% interest rate. I was paying like 2,600 a month.
Yeah.
Like I don't know that I would be able to pay 4,600 a month. So I understand why people are saying it's unaffordable, but it's not necessarily the prices that are unaffordable. It's the interest rate. Because look, let's go back to this.
Well,
If we drop
the
this is
thing
at
is,
8%, if we drop this down back to 3%, or let's just call it 4% on 10% down, I mean, that's $600 the other direction.
$1,000 less,
It's
$800
yeah,
less.
it's $1,200 less.
Oh, 1,200. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's interesting because I mean, there's so many things to play with here. You were talking about rate buy downs, but if somebody, if somebody's going to be in their house, they know they're going to stay in that house for 30 years, then rate buy down might make sense. But if they don't think they're going to stay there that long, getting a better sales price is probably going to work out. The math will probably work out better, right? It depends on what your plan is for the home.
Right. Well, it's funny. Aaron's saying for 28 more years, right? Because he owns a house for 20. I mean, but let's be honest, most people don't own their houses more than 10 years anyway.
Exactly my point.
What's the average sale? Like 7 years,
Yeah.
like that?
Well,
6
it was
years?
7 years. I think the pandemic threw the numbers off tremendously. It probably dropped to 3 or 4 years for most people.
Yeah. So
and another thing we're looking at is average person. We were talking about how much the average person puts down for a home,
yeah.
right? People are saying 5. Christy Lou said 5 to 8%. They just announced 1% conventionals, or re-announced.
Yeah.
1% conventionals now. So that's going to be a factor for people. More people will be able to buy. And they also did the 5% multifamily that starts in November.
I saw all that. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, average of 7 years is what Aaron's saying. Aaron, this is a question for you because I got a chart. So this obviously is impacting buyers, but one of the reasons why prices went up so crazy in 21, 2022 was all the investors that were buying. I'm curious what people think. I'm going to pull up a chart here and we're going to go through all of the areas, not just Austin. I want to hear from you. Do you think there is a huge pullback in investors buying? And is that also hurting the market? Because if investors inflated it, right, and now they're pulling back, that's also deflating the market that they helped inflate. So I'm curious what you think, because I have this in front of me here, and we will talk about Austin in one moment. Dude, your dogs are loud.
No, I don't know what the heck is going on. Hold on.
There we go. So, all right. So investors pull back from market like San Francisco while diving into places like Indianapolis. So this is a pretty interesting stat line here. I want to hear from you. Do you think investors are still buying on the 1-to-1 ratio? So here's what this says. It says, Parcel Labs, the fastest growing player in residential real estate data, continue. I like how they always say fastest growing, right? Like just because you started doesn't mean you're the fastest growing. Continuously examines home sales across the nation to uncover the market, witness a surge in investor activity, and those who are such investors are retreating. So how to interpret investor purchase sales ratio, according to Jason Lewis, co-founder of Parcel Labs, is one here would represent for every, so pretty much one sale represents one purchase. So it's an even 1-to-1, right? So for one here would represent for every investor home purchase would, there was one investor home sale. So harmony be 1-to-1. I'm curious what you think, Ian, and everybody in the chat. Do you think Austin is an even 1-to-1? So for every one sale, for every one purchase of investment homes, there's one purchase, or for every one sale, there's one purchase. Aaron says, big pulling back in investors, but most of those investors are really just gamblers. Those investors are selling to buy a primary residence now. Gamblers. I like that because a lot of people did speculate on the market. Well, let's look at the market here, Ian. So the 1-to-1. So for every 1.5 in Indianapolis back in January, 1.7 are selling in are buying in August. So all the green is good, right? So this is where investors are moving into: Indianapolis, Philadelphia, Denver, Milwaukee, New York, Nashville still high on the list. Somebody's been telling me a lot about Charlotte. I'm gonna go buy some investment property in Charlotte. Jacksonville, Miami, Columbus, San Antonio. So San Antonio's been a good market to be buying in. I wouldn't say good market to be buying in, but where investors are buying more. Orlando back in January was hot, coming down a little bit now, 1.6. Baltimore, Cleveland, Tampa. Let's find Austin on the list.
Yeah, and what month is this? That the first month? Is this current?
January of this year.
January. Okay, so we need to be looking at the right end. August.
Right. So Austin was more investor buying in January than it is now, for only 0.8 purchasing for every sold. So it's a reduction, but look where people were backing out of, like investors are backing out of like crazy. San Jose, San Francisco, San Diego, Sacramento, Los Angeles, Riverside, Portland, seeing a trend here.
All up
Chicago, Phoenix. People are backing out of Phoenix
that's an
like
interesting
crazy.
one. What?
Las Vegas, people are backing out of Las Vegas. DC and Boston. It starts getting averaged back around Providence, Rhode Island, Atlanta, Dallas. So investors are buying more. So that just tells me like there's less confidence. Like I'm going to come in here and offer way less in Austin.
Oh, of course.
Like we just wrote an offer last night with one of my clients for 97 below list price, 97,000 below. I just got one that closed in 15 days, 25 grand below list price, 8 grand in closing costs. And the price was not a high price point. It was in the 300s. So
dude, I just had same type of thing. We didn't go lower on the sales price, but we got them to cover every single bit of closing costs. It's a multifamily, already rented on one side. It's perfect, man. Perfect.
Nice. How many units?
It's just
duplex,
two.
or
yeah, it's a duplex.
Nice. Duplex, nice. Aaron is adding a little suspense into his life. Yeah. But yeah, this is crazy as far as investors pulling back in the market. They're really pulling out of the Austin area. They're really pulling out of San Francisco. I think you'll see prices in Austin. I mean, where do you think prices will go? I mean, that's the question. Where do you think prices will go, Ian?
Well, I think just looking at Vegas, I keep getting caught up on that. The fact that it dropped so rapidly, because a lot of people were either choosing Texas or Vegas for a lot of reasons, right? And I think a lot of it was Vegas would win out when you're looking at property taxes, right? And then distance to LA and that sort of thing. So the fact that they're pulling back, that has me, I don't know about concerned, but I wonder if the prices shot up so high that it's no longer appealing.
Dinosaur D.
Or I don't know. I also don't know Nevada's laws compared to Texas or Florida or some of these other places, because a lot of people that left California or left New York or left Chicago came to Texas or to Florida because of policy. I don't know how Vegas operates and if that's a draw for people. Property taxes might be, but I don't know if the politics are.
Well, Austin has gotten crazy on both of those things.
Yeah, which is why I think a lot of people they can handle Austin or the outskirts because you get kind of a blend. You never get too far either direction, where most of Florida is like that other than Orlando, right? And then again, I don't know anything about Nevada and how they operate. So what was your
Uh,
original question though, before I jumped in and started whining about Vegas?
I mean, I let you just go on tirades, man. I just, you're just
Thank you.
Ian.
I need to get the thought out. If I don't get the thought out, it bottles up inside.
It's mind bottling,
Mm-hmm.
like when your mind's in a bottle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I got
curious
it.
what you think about the suburbs around Austin. I want to hear from you in the chat as well. I'm going to go through and talk to you about the price decreases in the Austin area. I'm going to, as you're filling that in, I'm going to kind of fix my little chart here.
Okay. Well, while you're fixing your chart, I'm going to talk about the Cybertruck launch event at Austin Giga Texas, November 30th. I'm planning to be there. Jeremy, I'm assuming you're going to be there.
How do I get tickets? I want to go.
Here's why that matters. Obviously, it matters because the idea is that that factory should be producing Cybertrucks. It's going to be one of the largest truck manufacturing facilities, starting off in the United States, but then in the world, right? Crazy. So what does that sort of thing do for the jobs and for the excitement around Austin? I think that's going to be a big deal. I think it's going to be one of the top selling trucks, despite how ugly people think it is. If it can dethrone the F-150 that's mostly produced in Mexico, that brings a lot of jobs here and a lot of excitement here.
Well, I mean, we've talked about the Elon effect. I mean, they're talking about Elon's talking about bringing, like 30 to 40,000 jobs to the Austin area. It's
well, and it's
huge.
probably in anticipation for that and the Tesla bot.
Oh yeah.
So
Are you gonna implant the chip in your head?
I don't know about a chip, but definitely a bot.
I could definitely see you putting a chip in there. Just chip it. That's gonna be the quote. Like "Don't look up." It's gonna be like "Just chip it." Have you seen "Don't Look Up"?
No.
It's fun. Who's seen
No.
"Don't Look Up"?
Okay, hold on. So when you say "don't look up," I'm thinking when you're taking when you're kayaking under the Austin Bat Bridge to see the bats at night. When you said "don't look up," that was the first thing I was thinking. Because if you look
definitely
up,
don't.
it's
Yeah,
going to
you go
rain in
take
your
some.
eyes,
Yeah, you get a little poop in
or
your eye.
somewhere else.
A little bat
Don't
guano.
do that.
Mr. Stinky down 11.6%. Down 11.6%. Oh man, this chart's good. I like this chart.
Is it?
I like this chart. What did I say? 11.6. Bass drop down 11.6. Oh, there you just Bass drops down 11.6. I said it out loud.
Oh.
11.6. Hold on. So do you have the Cybertruck on order?
I have 2. That doesn't mean I'm gonna get it, or when I'll get it. But I only did that because it was inexpensive to pre-order. But also, I don't know how they're going to do the order numbers. The theory is that they're going to do the lower cost ones first, where all the other Teslas were the higher cost vehicles first.
I'm starting to see people post pictures of them. So
yes, all over the place.
All right. I was wrong. Bash drop is 8.6, not 11.6. All right, here we go. So let's see. What do we got in the comments? Aaron is moving back to New York. What? Oh, reading 2 different things. Okay. So does anyone actually think prices will be lower in 7 years? No.
No.
That's a good question though. I looked at
It
New
is.
York and the HOA for units downtown is just crazy. Something like 2x for more than the P&I. And EV30 says they're going to the moon. Good to see you, EV30. Dan Cox, what up, man? Good to see you. The salaries are also much higher, so it's also attractive. Sam, shout out to Lance Lambert. Yep, Lance Lambert. I follow him quite a bit. And the Rees Club newsletter, we were under contract a few weeks ago with a house in Bee Cave, but backed out because of the rate moving from DC to Austin. Was that a good idea or a bad idea? Curious. Interesting.
So that means they're no longer moving to Austin?
Well, I'm curious, Sam. So you backed out because rates were high because you think it's going to drop even more? I'm curious why you backed out. Ian has 2 Cybertrucks, 1 for each foot. All right. Let's see, Sam, if that's was a wise move because Bee Cave, you're getting a discount on your prices year over year. All right, Ian. Yeah, you're getting a pretty big discount on your prices year over year. All right, Ian, what do you think is the highest decrease in price year over year? Which one? And in the comments, which one do you think is the highest price decrease year over year? Which area? So let's talk about areas. I'll name off all of them. Okay. What I have is Lakeway, Buda, Dripping Springs, Kyle, Pflugerville, Liberty Hill, Taylor, Round Rock, Georgetown, Gerald, Manor, Cedar Park, Elgin, Hutto, Bee Cave, Lago, New Braunfels, Dripping. Did I say them all? I'm trying to look around the list. Like you don't know which one's which. Oh,
Pflugerville. You said Elgin, Manor, Liberty Hill.
yeah.
You said Kyle. You said San Marcos. I don't think you said that.
No, I don't look at
Bastrop,
I don't consider San Marcos our area.
Del Valle.
I didn't put in Del Valle just because Del Valle is really hard to. The numbers are always bad because it always shows just like for Del Valle, just one closing. So, all right, let's see what's going on over here.
Block my links. Trying to share my Cybertruck event invite.
I didn't block your links.
No, it's just auto blocked on your YouTube.
Oh, Fredericksburg. I don't have Fredericksburg in there. Dan Cox, what's up? Please say Dripping. I will say Dripping Springs, but it is definitely not the biggest drop on the list.
I'm not going to say
Elgin.
No. I don't think it's going to be Elgin.
You don't think it's going to be Elgin? All right. Let's start the bottom of the list and we'll work our way up to the biggest price drops year over year. I had to look at a couple of these a couple different ways because I had to look at the zip codes. For some reason, some of these are they just come off wrong. I'm not going to tell you this one, but I want to drop in a comment. One of these suburbs outside of Austin or cities outside of Austin is up 7% year over year. I want you to drop in the comment which suburb around Austin you think is up 7%. Brett's going to be surprised. North Korea, I like it. All right. So with a positive year over year of 0.3%, Dripping Springs, Texas. Dripping Springs is actually positive year over year.
0.3%?
Yes, 0.3. Hey, it's up. It's positive. That doesn't matter.
Talking about
0.3%.
Okay.
And I looked at the zip code 78620, and 78620, which is Dripping Springs, was up 0.6%. So almost 1%. That's down. It's better than a negative, right?
It is. Maybe. Depending on who you ask.
Dinosaur D says Hutto or Kyle as far as positive or negative. Dinosaur D.
I think Kyle will be high on the list as far as retaining their growth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
okay.
Same with Hutto.
So the next on this list, it's only down 3.7. Now I say only down, but that could be a lot worse. Coming in with a zip code of 78640, Kyle, Texas. Saw the least decrease. So Kyle, not bad. Its brother next to it, Buda, though.
Yeah, that's gotta hurt.
If you go by the zip code, this is. I'll keep going. I'll keep on the list. All right. Next on the list.
I don't think people like Buda. I think people end up in Buda.
Oh, bro, don't say things like that. Buda's beautiful. Buda's beautiful. All right. Moving up the list. See, is there a way I can? Oh, yeah. Here, let me take this off. Let me see if I can move. What if I can just block this so you can't see this? All right. I'm going to show you a list. That way y'all believe me. Let me see. Can I paint this green? No, that's not going to work. All right. Don't mind this green section. And I'm going to take this and move it down here. Boom. All right. Boom. Okay. There we go. This is much more fun when you can actually see it. Marble Falls. I don't have Marble Falls on there. I wish I did.
Yeah, it's not in our ecosystem.
Boom. Okay. There we go. Don't mind the green section. That's old data. I didn't want to delete it. Okay. So like I said, on the very bottom of the list, 0.2, 578 Dripping Springs. Can I go up just one? Just one. Oh man, I just gave it away. Kyle,
And use your arrows,
3.7.
man.
I tried to. Oh, here, let me put the arrow right there. There we go. Kyle, Texas, 361 median, down 3.7. What was the next one? Leander. So
That's good.
5.7%, zip code 78641. Down 5.7%. I'm trying to pull this so I can read the comments too. All right. Ian, laugh out loud. Ian's got Buda. Yep. Okay. So Leander is down on the list, 5.7% drop, down to 480. What do you think the next one is, Ian?
Let's go with, I mean, it's going to be an outskirt place. So let's go with something like, I like your list down at the bottom. I know it's not going to be the same, but one of those will be similar. So let's go with Taylor. I just don't know that there's been a lot of activity, a lot of listings in Taylor. There's been a lot of purchases.
You're wrong. It's Georgetown at 400K is the median.
Taylor's going to be
5.9. Yeah. Well, I mean, don't worry about the prices there, because the prices on that. In fact, let me just.
I'm just thinking of the activity, right? So a lot of people were moving out there, but not a lot of people were selling their houses there.
Yeah. Let me just delete this. There we go. Okay. All right. So, So Georgetown was the next on the list. Texas Hill Country is the best place to live and get away from most California idiots. Hey, I'm from California. All right. Georgetown next on the list. Manor, Texas.
Okay.
386 is their median there, down 6.2%.
You know, I think a lot of people confuse Manor and Elgin. But Manor is a lot closer to Austin, so that makes more sense. Elgin's still another 20-minute drive.
Yep. All right. What's next on the list? What do you think?
Uh,
You're wrong. It's
fast drop.
Yeah.
Gerald.
Yeah. Gerald, 385. Can you imagine Gerald's almost the same price as Manor, 385, down 7.6?
You know
That's
why?
crazy to me.
You know why?
Disney.
The prices didn't go very high in Gerald.
Yeah.
So you didn't see a crazy spike. So you're not going to have it drop like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's down 7.6. All right. Next on the list.
I
Let's
mean,
keep going.
everything's down.
Yeah. Lago Vista, down 9%.
Okay.
407. All right. All right. What's next? What do you think?
You know what Lago Vista? No, it's Leander, our favorite community out there.
Terra Vista? Treviso.
Yeah.
Treviso.
Yeah. Tessera. Yeah.
Tessera.
All right. Treviso.
Fast drop, down 8.6.
There we go.
360. It's a pretty healthy median price for Bastrop, 360. I mean, it's a pretty healthy price for Gerald too.
It's a very healthy price.
385. You can be in Gerald.
That Gerald's higher than Bastrop.
Yeah, I am too.
Because Gerald had really high property tax rates.
Yep.
Just like Buda, which we haven't seen yet. So.
Or what about Pflugerville?
Or Pflugerville.
Would you rather live in Gerald or Pflugerville? Down 8.6. Oh, I did that wrong. Look at that. Lago Vista. Oh,
the thing about Pflugerville is
I did that wrong. Lago Vista should be higher on the list. I didn't put it right. Should be above Pflugerville. My bad.
Dinosaur D. I love seeing prices drop
below 400K. Well, if you move to Bastrop or Taylor. See, I screwed up twice. 8.7. Here, let me.
Yeah, so Taylor would have been just above Gerald, right?
Oh, I give away.
All right, you just gave the whole thing away. You just give it
fun.
up.
This game isn't as fun anymore when I give up the whole list. Round Rock's next. Round Rock's next at down 10%, 410K.
Yeah.
Okay. Move from Pflugerville, and so glad because it's a mess now. Why is it a mess, Lionheart?
Yeah,
tell us. Spill the beans. If people are moving to Pflugerville, I want to know why not to move there. Hutto down 12%, 363. Hutto, I would rather be.
Dan. Look at what Dan said. That is funny.
We're in danger of becoming an affordable place to live at this rate.
I hope so. I hope
Lionheart says that Pflugerville sucks and Round Rock is a dump. I want to know why. Tell us why. All the fuzzies. The floozies.
Floozies.
Are moving out there. All right. Hutto down 12%, 363. Elgin down 12.9%, 304, 305. I mean, I think I'd rather be in. I was talking to a developer, Ian, that's building out in Thrall because of Samsung, and they're like
I've actually
amazed at
sold
what
houses
prices
in Thrall. Isn't that crazy?
It's
ridiculous.
Yeah, Thrall's way out there. Cedar Park down 13.7% at 440. I mean, that's a pretty healthy price. So I'd imagine that's why it's down. Let's go to the next one. Bee Cave down 13%. So who was the person up here talking about they backed out? Sam said they didn't buy in Bee Cave. Well, he shouldn't have bought there anyway because you didn't call me, Sam. What the heck, man? All right. Bee Cave down, but the median price in BK is 882. I wanted to investigate this because usually these numbers on Bee Cave are not correct. So I have a feeling that this number is actually lower.
Do they combine it with another location?
Yeah, I mean, just the way they pull the numbers for BK. Buda, I pulled the zip code and it's at 9.7 for the zip code. Go up one more. I pulled the zip code. The zip code is down 9.7, but they're saying Buta's down overall 21%. So there's got to be an area of Buda that's seeing a big price reduction that they pulled that number because the zip code is only down 9.7. Lakeway is down 16% for the zip code.
That's a lot. Obviously, we know what hasn't been said yet, and it's kind of the name
which one is it?
Title. Oh, it's not in there at all.
Yeah, there you go. No, but we didn't say which one.
Where's Austin?
I didn't. The Austin area is down 2%. Austin, city of Austin was down 2%. Well, I can pull it back up here. Hold on, where you go?
Yeah.
There you go. Down 2%.
Well, that's Austin Round Rock, isn't it? Oh no, it's city. That's
city of Austin. City of Austin. Now we can go through zip codes. You want to go through zip codes? Broski, check this out. One zip code that I didn't think I would see this. If we're going to look at zip codes now, we still didn't tell you which one. Yes. 78704. Look at this. Come on, get up there. Get up there. 78704 is up 15%. Year to date, it's down 3.6, but year over year, 15%. This would be a fun video to go through which zip codes you're seeing decrease. 78703 downtown is down 26%. 78702 is down 7. Let's go 78737, 3937. Let's see. 34. This is that area over there. Bee Cave down 16. 78735 Southwest Austin up 31%. Isn't that crazy? So there are areas that are back up. That's crazy. 78736 up 51%. Those numbers can't be right. It's only up 2% for the year, but it's up. 78737 down 28%, down 14 year over year. 39, which is going to be Circle C. Circle C is only down 1% now, but down 15% for the year. That's wild. That's wild.
That is wild. That's a pretty high price point for it to not have moved a whole lot.
Yeah. So there we go. That's the fun for tonight, everybody. Oh, I took that off. Where did we go? Here we go. All right. So closing gift if you buy $13 million plus property. I like that. Did somebody say they're buying a $13 million?
If they do, I said it's a Cybertruck as a closing gift. So I have 2 on order. It's not gonna be the good one though. It's gonna be the base model.
It's gonna be time to buy again soon. I'm waiting for when they start including free Cybertrucks. Got it. Okay, that's what I missed. All right, let's see what else. Laugh out loud, Ian. Funny guy over here, just kicking back, reading the comments while I'm doing all the hard and heavy lifting.
Got a lot to say.
Yeah.
I read.
Go ahead.
I read Creepers here. A lot of people from different states vets in the Creepers, but that is not what she said. He.
Oh.
She?
My family are original settlers of Austin, and I'm 54 years old. Moved from Oak Hill to Pflugerville and lived there for 14 years. South has always been better than North. I don't know why you'd move up North. A lot of people from different states, vets and career people are lost. Yeah. Dinosaur D says you can only afford $1 million property. I'm sorry, Dinosaur D, if you buy $1 million property, I don't think I can get you a Cybertruck. But I can get you a keychain. My land is close to Bee Cave. Glad prices are coming down to earth. Yeah, get you one of those. We'll buy a handful
Got a 3D
of those.
printer. It's fine.
Yeah. Any impacts being felt from the student loan payment restarting? Not yet.
No, not really, which is surprising because that was Aaron's cup of tea right there. He's like, all the student loan repayments are coming due. The market's going to get crazy.
What? Can you believe this nonsense? North is better than is way better. No way.
From an OG settler of Austin, they know the landscape. They understand.
The family was OG settlers.
Same thing. They haven't left. So
I don't think that's right. That South is ruined and crowded.
It is definitely flat.
South isn't flat. What are you talking about?
Oh my!
I mean, it depends on what. If you live east, South, no.
South and
North
east
is flat. Pflugerville's flat. Round Rock's flat. What are you talking about?
Georgetown, Round Rock, Cedar Park, Leander, they all have so many hills, rolling hills.
What in the world are you smoking?
At least more so than friggin' East Austin. I don't know what you're talking. When you get southeast, when you're in Barton Hills and on the east side and Travis Heights and Zilker, those are beautiful. Those are really nice. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Burn
know.
it.
Dude,
Are you on Inks Lake? Man, I want a place on Inks Lake so bad.
Yeah, I live in Burnett, Texas. That's like way north. That's like definitely not like Burnett.
Are you near Spider Mountain? Are you a rider?
18-acre ranch. So yeah, Burnett out east. So I mean, that's totally different. If I lived on an 18-acre ranch and Dripping, that'd be a whole different experience. But there is 18-acre ranches out there. North was cool 20 years ago. See, Dan totally agrees with me that North is just totally played out. It got devastated by the domain. Southwest is way better, lower density due to enviro regulations. The neighborhoods you are talking aloud have a suffer from about okay. The neighbors you were talking about have to suffer from I-35. Well, yeah, southeast is flat, not as fun. Seattle, our EV 130 says, I love Seattle, Michelle. She's always great.
Heck yeah.
Imagine a nice place to stay on the south side with level 2 EV charger. Do they know each other? Do they know each other? Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
You got the V4. Where did I see a V4? Other than the domain, by the way. They have a V4 supercharger if you're looking. If you have to stop and charge. You're not supposed to charge there. There's a big old sign that says don't charge your Tesla here. This is for their vehicles. But you didn't hear that from me.
If you like to sit and tour properties in your underwear or on the couch or in private, ATX Premier Home Tours, make sure you watch the videos all the way through, like, comment, subscribe. Definitely write as many comments as you can. I appreciate that, especially you, Lionheart. Just sit down in an afternoon, watch this silly guy walk through neighborhoods and houses. I'd appreciate that. Christy Luhu, what's up? In your underwear. I specifically want you to watch, not in public in your underwear, but in your home in your underwear. I'm actually going to shoot a video with me sitting in my underwear watching my channel on my phone, and then say you too can watch this channel in your underwear. So
yeah. Are you wearing pants right now? Don't tell me. Never mind.
I may be in my underwear. You don't know. I mean, that's the beauty of this channel. You have no idea whatever I'm wearing. I'll be wearing my tuck. Okay. I should have read that before I clicked on it. Lionheart, you two are good. Thank you for your thoughts. No, you're awesome. I appreciate all the comments. I like when people are fun and they get feisty and fun, and we can
100%.
have good banter back and forth. So I love it. I love it. My family owns Pilot Knob, 800
Volcano.
acres. Water rights and a volcano. Can we come film a video on there? That'd be fun.
I would love that. That would be so
shoot me an
cool.
email. Jeremy@AustinKnightHomes.com. I'd love to come shoot a video out there. Me and Ian. We'll do like a real Amigos meetup on their land. That'd be totally fun. EV130. Appreciate that. EV130 is the best.
Heck yeah.
All right. All right, Ian. Any final last words? My hands are here. I'm not going to click off the button.
Yeah, watch my jobs reel. On Instagram.
Jobs reel. Okay. It's IG. Let's promote the IGs.
IG at ianofAustin. That's simple. Just watch the reel.
Curious, what is it about?
Which companies are giving the boot?
How do you click on your profile? I don't ever go on. There we go.
You don't like me? I got it. It's fine. Listen.
No. I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about me. Get verified. Look at that.
Get it. Click it. Sign up now.
At the real Jeremy Knight. If you want to see all my fun stuff.
Give them your money.
Look at me as a public speaker. Look at that. What a handsome guy. Let's go. Ian of Austin. Where are you at?
I don't know.
Ian of Austin. Who's Ian of Austin? You? Is that a bank account?
Not me.
It's not even you.
Nope.
4,300. This one right here, this jobs one?
Yeah. There it is. There it is. You see them? See the companies? You see the companies or no? Are you sleeping? Do you hate my reel? Companies on the right. You're just not talking.
Oh my God. I'm just here for the views. But you didn't say, so what was the number one job that left, Ian?
I've got the companies over on the right. It was the companies.
Okay.
That's what matters. That's what I wanted to show. Because if you have anybody that's working at any of those companies, it'd be interesting to know if they're safe or not, because at the end of the day, that's all we want. We just want people to have jobs, be able to buy houses, be happy living here, and treating everybody well, being nice to people. I don't want anybody complaining about the smell of barbecue. This is Texas. We're supposed to smell like barbecue.
Bro, if it doesn't smell like barbecue, you shouldn't be in that area. You're in the wrong part of town if you can't smell barbecue. So, all right.
That's true.
We love y'all. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Go watch the other channel.